Welcome friends, this is AnishforU and today we're going to build this particular building and as you can see here, a lot of greeneries, a lot of fruits, flower, vegetables, or whatever is lying there. So this is a small garden in front of the building, and this is a total space is for smithing and all that. So it is almost like a workshop. So there is a plenty of weapons, armors are lying there, and there is a huge number of selection actually. And as you can see here, there is also a potion stand there. So this is almost a crafting area, and this is a huge area for all those stuff like the ore refine and all that. So pretty hectic place. This is a working place actually. And so up here, as you can see here, lot of fermenter. So we can do a lot of fermenting here. And there is a small balcony. It is not a full balcony in that sense. And this is a corridor between these two building set, as you can see here. So this is a dining table. As you can see, a lot of space, huge number of space actually. So this is the main area, main bedroom area. This is a portion where actually the fireplace is underneath, so that's why it's like that. Now there is a upper portion, and this is another VIP guest house, I think, and this is for those common folks, those normal friends. So this is like an inn in that sense, and there is a double bed in there, and this lower place, what down there, whatever it is. So this is one of my favorite place. This is a food chamber or kitchen. So there is artisan table because there is plenty of room. So a huge number of food selection is quite good amount of food selection. To baking station also there, a lot of space, and then again a huge empty room because this is a black forge. You can check the shelves. There is a pile of cash, obviously cheat code enabled, and these are the new item from Ashland. So I'm just going to put it inside the building because those are valuable actually. And this is the outside of the building. It is quite pretty. And there is a custom stand, light stand. There is another entrance from the kitchen. That's from the kitchen. There is a bathtub, and there's the balcony. And that balcony actually connects two individual room together. So that's very nice. And as you can see here, that the remote area is the remote place is the shipping. So let's first find a place where you can get two separate biomes, or same biomes, two separate landmass. So I extend the landmass like that, extending it quite heavily. And I had to just check it every now and then if the iron beam actually can support that distance. So it actually just it is not actually the bridge what I'm intend to build, but the length of the distance is very important for this particular building. So this building contains of 2 and 4, so 6 building in total. So one side there is one tower and one huge building, and opposite side there is 4 small buildings. So that is the layout of that. Obviously, if you trying to understand the layout, you don't have to do it this way what I am trying to do actually here, because this is a huge building project, and it takes me absurd number of times, absurd hours to complete it. It's more than 100 100 hours, not 100 hours, means it is around 10 to 15 hours of recorded video. So it is quite huge in that sense, and even there is another 10 or 20 hours of unedited video, so unrecorded video. So there is a lot of videos for these buildings. So I'm not going to go all around and making that building and making the build that boring. So I'm just going to show you there is 2 frame I already erect in front of this structure. So these are going to be 2 separate building. Outside, actually these are 2 separate buildings. From inside they are same, because I didn't actually provide any doors and separation from each other. So what I'm trying to do here, there is a small building in between these 2, and there is another 2. So in between there is a small place. It is not a building in that sense, but it is a place for the fire and all that. So means for the fire station and all that. So it is going to be a smaller building. It is in between. It is almost like a sandwich building between these 2 set of building. There is 5 piece of building here in this side. So and we are going to do it like that. Actually, as you can see here, I already erect a lot of posts, but I'm not going to connect them right now. So you can easily connect it like that, and you can individualize those building from each other. So you can just separate them actually. So this way, actually, if you're trying to make a building, it is far more prettier, far more easy to do. And these 2 buildings are from left to right now, and others 3 are going to be right to left. So not to south, whatever, left to right and not to south. It is so absurd. So it is this is going to be this front facing, and this is going to be side facing. You can easily understand what I'm trying to say, because and there is some gap in between, and actually I also use a reference picture. So it is became very much problematic to build similarly in game. If I trying to make any changes, I can do that, but I intend not to do that, because it is actually change the dimension or change the look of the building. So I intend to not do that. So as you can see here, this is going to be a bigger building. This front one, and this front one is top side. Okay, so that's another pair building. These 2 building, one side, this is a crafting area. So as you can see here, it is quite easy to craft it like that. And there is obviously a breach between all these 2 building set. So this is the left side or right side, whatever it is. You connect a bridge in between, and it is going to be from the first floor of the building. So obviously, if you wait long, it's actually, as you can see here, you can easily visualize this here. So it is from first floor. So there is 2 separate building connected in between by that bridge, and it actually looks quite nicely and quite unique. Obviously, you can take some inspiration from this building, but please don't try to build it similar thing because as you can see here, although you got a lot of building space and all that, it's actually not feasible to use this particular buildings type in your game or in your playthrough. It is obviously just decoration, means it is for just for look purpose and all that. It is not obviously that viable as a base, because there's quite huge number of spaces, quite huge number of materials needed for that building. So if you like a small building, you can easily do that, or you can easily any other portion, means you can choose either of left and right side of the building set. You can use that as your base. It's also visible. So after completing the bridge shading or the roofing, we're going to decorate or just make some decoration here and there. And I trying to, actually there is a problem, because one side there is 26-degree angle and there is another side there is a 45-degree. So the in between edges are not matched properly. So you can left it as it is, and but I intend to do it later or correct it later. So it destroy the previous bridge. Obviously this bridge is not necessary. If you wish, you can just keep it, but it is really nice to measure the distance, because in between, if you start building each side of the building, and then you cannot connect both of them, it is a problem. So before doing that, make sure there is enough gap, or enough gap is there, so you can just perform your bridge or the connection. And we are just going to decorate it with the ash wood arch, and it is quite nice actually. It is almost similar to the previous one, but slightly fancier. And actually the black color and the finishing of the black is very good, so it is actually premium looking in that sense. So that's the basic. We're going to put some another pillar in between the gap. It is up to you what style you wants to put in here, but it's not very much very important right now. So we're trying to make some decoration here and there, or some changes, or some design style we maintain. So we're going to use this big pillar, big beam, actually medium beam, and we're going to put it down there like that. So as you can see here, it's actually looks quite nice, and when you complete your building, it's actually looks even better. And you can also put some medium pillar actually from each side, and make a column like that. So it's actually works quite well that way also. Obviously, if you are not familiar with putting that, actually it is going to be problematic, but it actually works out quite well in sometimes. As you can see here, sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. So after doing that, we are going to complete the side shielding. So what is my approach? I just cover it every part of the building, every part, not leaving any gap. So that is the fastest way you can build. So first make a building, and don't think about any gap you're leaving here and there, because it actually makes your progress, makes your working speed very lower. You can just complete the building and then you can place you can just destroy those area. Okay, so there is a problem actually. A smaller piece is needed for here, and now the big piece 2 by 2. Now the smaller piece, or you can just put it here like that. It's actually okay, but these were actually, it takes a longer time, so because you have to figure out what you are trying to make, so don't do that. Just complete it totally full, cover it, and then you just choose your window. After doing that, so you can just choose it in important places or important area. You can do it very nicely and very quickly and effectively. So we're going to put the railing, and there is some support here, and this support going to be this medium column, medium pillar, and obviously sometimes it works like I already told you. It is hectic to do that, and obviously if it's work, it is going to be quite looks quite nicely, but it's normally very hard to do that. This particular piece, very hard to place. Yes, that time actually works quite well. And we cover it up like that. It actually looks quite nice. So I'm not going to, obviously you understand that right now, that I'm not going to give you the dimension of the buildings and all that, because it is not needed, because obviously you can make a building like that, but you don't need any dimension from this particular building, because you can change the size, change the because you don't need these high of a tower right here. And obviously you don't need that, because obviously most of it more than 5 to 6 meter, it is enough for the interior or inner area, so you don't need that much height. But for the sake of the reference picture, I use a huge tower. I make a huge tower. But if you are trying to make it, you can make it short, or you can just make it bigger and make your crafting benches or all that. You can just shift it on the top floor or on top of that, so you can just save a lot of space. But I had a lot of space already previously. So as you can see, there is a extruded part. I make these kind of windows quite often. Some are extruded windows, some are not that much extruded. So it actually makes the building looks quite nice, and it actually looks quite dimensionalized. So whatever I'm trying to say, you can understand that if you put some extrusion from the building, it actually looks quite nice, and it actually gives a 3D feeling, or the not so flat looking vibe actually normally you get if you're trying to make a window, like just cutting a hole and all that. So in that sense, you can just do that. So you cover it up, and you can just simply cover it up like that. You can use these angles, but you don't need to, because it's actually not needed right now here, because obviously there is not going to be any floor. So there is going to be the tower going to be had only one floor. So you can just leave the windows any way. You can just leave it like that. It actually looks quite nice, because there is a stone work in down and there is woodwork in top, and you can put those iron beams or cover the iron beams by putting these black wood or ash wood actually, or you can use a small stone pillar or small stone beam. It's also very nice. So this portion of the building is quite huge also. It is similar. This is quite easy to build, but this portion of the building is quite hard to build, as you can see here. Not only that, we have to cover all of them, and as you can see, a lot of enemies out there, and we have to cover all of them. A huge number of woods required. Obviously I don't have any woods, so I use cheat like people's using on Valheim creation mode or something like that. So it's quite huge, and obviously the buildings are interconnected because I already make it that way, so it is not separated from each other. Almost all of those buildings are interconnected by as you can see, it is overlapped or side by side. So for that reason, you can just make a bigger window. You don't have to worry about a small cabinet and small spaces. Obviously you have to put a lot of doors in this particular building, because there must be a lot of access way, or you can just get suffocated while you are in there and just forget where the door is, and then you just feel shame about it because you had only very few material, and you don't know where the room or where the door. You just trapped in there for a long time, and then when you finally came out, you understand that there is already a new update. It is not full, or whatever update is there. So you lost a huge number of times in your life. So there is also another building or another windows with an extrusion or extended window, and this one is quite easy. You can place it like that, and as you can see here, these particular windows actually cover both elevation, means the ground floor and top floor. It's actually cover both of them. You can make these, and it's actually when I use it first time, I actually find it very unique in that sense, because you don't need to make a separate windows each floor. You can make a bigger window and just cover it up. It actually works quite nicely. You can also change the elevation, or you can just put a roof on the door. What actually I see, I already actually what I actually built. So the main problem of this particular building is it is very much very big, and although because it is interconnected, as you can see here, it is also very much okay. So as you can see here, I'm trying to make a chimney from here. So there is a small corridor in between the building, because there is some small gap in between them. So after putting it like that, actually it's different color, and the wood actually in different color, so it's actually looks quite nice, this portion. And now you can put these 4 beam here, or column, whatever it is. And put some roof on it. So there goes our chimney, and we are also making a smaller adjustment here and there. So why I am not giving you the dimension, and why I'm just showing you these small build up things, and these kind of things, because these are the main reason I make building, small details and all that, because there is no need of direction. If I in future, if I trying to make a perfect building for base, or perfect building what you can upgrade day by day or month by month or update by update, I can do that, but it is not like that kind of video. So I'm not going to bother about the dimension and all that, because it's up to you what you're trying to make. It's not my area or expertise to show you. Obviously, I'm a mechanical engineer, not a civil engineer, so I don't know that much, but I know that you can easily decorate your building in that way. So I'm just showing you that. As you can see here, it actually looks quite nice. You can put a hearth in there, and it actually works quite well also. Some place you can just put it like that. You can also do that, or you can just destroy these wood or wooden planks and all that. So whatever it is very nice to have this kind of wooden structure, this stone structure. But there is a mad pig there, as you can see here. It's actually nice, so I can just destroy it and make an entrance here also. So this actually works quite nicely, and as you can understand from here, this is the small corridor. Beside the gap, there is a small area that is the corridor between two separate building. But when you're inside of the building, it actually looks nothing like that. So it looks like a similar same building, but obviously it is not. This small area is a separate building, and that is the place where I just try to place all those potions and all that. So it is this potion case. Obviously, if you're trying to use the word case, then you have to cover it up with the glass or crystal. If you do that, it actually also looks quite nice. It actually looks even better. But whatever, I didn't do that. So I almost finish the building. There is not a lot of things need to be done right now, but as you can see here, I had to put some stuff here and there to make it looks nice. So as you can see, 2 crossbow, and looks quite nice. So obviously decoration takes a huge time also, and huge number of items I had to put here and there, making tons of armor, weapon, to just make it look good inside. As you can see, the empty armor rack and all that. So a lot of food, a lot of juice, or not juice, we are not talking about that. We have a lot of potions, so everything need to be prepared beforehand to make a solid entrance or solid preview. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching it. If you like this kind of video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe, because you always forget to subscribe, because I never mention it beforehand. So you always just skip the video. And then please, if you have any kind of suggestion, please tell us in the comments, and I will try my best to answer them. Obviously, if you are not busy doing other things like playing games, Valheims, Neverwinter, and all that games, I am going to answer your question. And bye bye. See you next time.